I gave my power away completely. I let someone else's intuition override my own. I let a prediction become a promise. And that's the moment I learned one of the most important lessons on my spiritual path. You don't hand the power to the tool, you don't hand it to the reader, and you don't hand it to spirit. Welcome to the Everything Embodiment Podcast, where I will help you find peace, understanding, and love all within your human body, enhancing your mind-body connection through the exploration of vast ideas, concepts, and modalities, discussions all meant to propel you along your own unique spiritual journey. I'm your host, Amber Miller. Welcome back to another week of Everything Embodiment. I'm your host, Amber Miller. And I wanted to talk about giving our power away. I don't know if you guys have seen, it's come across my social media. I don't watch the show, but I've seen clips of Kim Kardashian kind of calling out the psychics who told her she was going to pass the bar. It brought up some of my own memories of a failed psychic prediction. There was a time in my life when I wanted nothing more than to be a stay-at-home mom. It was the dream I held closest. And right around then, when I was pregnant with my son, I had booked my very first professional mediumship session. I admired this reader deeply. I had seen her work. I trusted her gifts. I was so excited. I didn't go into this session hoping to hear from any specific loved one. I just knew that whoever came forward would bring the message I needed. I fully believed in the wisdom of spirit and in the channel delivering it. So the day of the session finally came, and I was surprised when she said she didn't have anyone stepping forward, and instead she felt guided to share psychic messages with me. I was a little disappointed, but I very much trusted the process, and I absolutely trusted her. And she nailed the evidence. She knew things she shouldn't have known, she couldn't have known. She knew I was pregnant, she knew I ran a sewing business. I felt seen in the most magical way. Then she gave me the message that changed everything. She said, "I don't see you going back to work after your son is born." I was ecstatic. My dream, the thing I wanted most, delivered to me like a guarantee. I was months into my spiritual awakening, and I thought, okay, this is my chance to surrender. I won't ask how, I'll just trust it's all unfolding. So I carried that message with me throughout my pregnancy. I just had this deep certainty that once maternity leave hit, everything would fall into place. So fast forward to the end of my maternity leave. It's the night before I'm supposed to return to work, and I'm laying on my bathroom floor just sobbing. Not only because I didn't want to go back, but because I felt duped. I felt stupid. I felt betrayed. I had truly believed in something that honestly made a fool out of me. I was just I was outraged. And in a moment of that rage, I actually burned the oracle deck I had been practicing with. And would you believe the only card that didn't burn was the Despondence card out of the whole deck? It felt like a slap in the face. Like, seriously, the only one that survives. I was devastated. Not just because the prediction was wrong, but because I had built my entire hope around it. I handed over my power and let someone else's vision become my plan. I actually reached out and emailed that medium, which took every ounce of courage I had left. And she wrote back, "You can't lose what's meant for you." That message triggered me so deeply, I had to unfollow her. This woman who I had seen heal people with her mediumship had completely broken me with her psychic prediction. And that was it. I quit mediumship development on the spot. I vowed to never give a psychic prediction because I never wanted to risk hurting someone the way I had been hurt. And I guess I could see myself actually when Kim was talking about how hurt she was with her whole psychic situation. But you know what I can see now looking back? I gave my power away completely. I let someone else's intuition override my own. I let a prediction become a promise. And that's the moment I learned one of the most important lessons on my spiritual path. You don't hand your power to the tool. You don't hand it to the reader, and you don't hand it to spirit. And that's where we're heading in today's episode, because this isn't just my story. This is a pattern I see everywhere. There are so many ways we give our power away without even realizing it. To astrology, to tarot, to psychics, to pendulums, to coaches and healers, to the signs we're begging the universe to send, even to the version of ourselves we think we should be. We want certainty. We want reassurance. We want someone, anyone, anything to tell us we're on the right path. But the problem is, once you outsource your intuition, your choices, and your direction, you stop building the very muscles that you're here to strengthen. This is the episode I wish someone had given me 5 years ago. And this is also exactly why I created the embodiment, energy, and intuition training, because I don't want anyone to build their life around predictions or signs or someone else's intuition. I want you to learn how to build your own. In the program, I don't teach you to rely on me. I teach you to rely on you, your energy, your clarity, your intuition, your ability to discern what's real, what's aligned, and what's yours. Tools are beautiful. Readings are beautiful. Energy work is beautiful. But the point is to bring you back to yourself, not further away. So, here are 5 ways we quietly give our power away and how to take it back. The first, we treat guidance as guarantees instead of possibilities. Spiritual tools speak in potentials, but when we're hurting, tired, or desperate for clarity, these potentials can start feeling like promises. Spirit said it, so it must happen. But guidance is a map. You still have to do the driving. So how you can take your power back? Shift from this will happen to this is available to me, and I choose if and how I step towards it. Number 2, we let other people's intuition override our own. Psychics, astrologers, coaches, healers, they can absolutely help. They can help you see yourself with more clarity. But when you treat their word as law, you disconnect from the quiet knowing inside you that already had the answer. So how you take your power back? Before you accept anyone's message, pause and ask, does this resonate with my truth or does it replace it? Number 3, we consult tools before we consult ourselves. And I've been guilty of this. Tarot, transits, pendulums, it's all beautiful, but not when they become a crutch. If you need a card to tell you what you already know, you're outsourcing your inner authority. How you take your power back? Check in with yourself first. Then use the tools as amplifiers, but not decision makers. Number 4, we confuse signs with direction. Angel numbers and synchronicities are affirmations, not instructions. You assign the meaning, you choose the direction. So how you take your power back as someone who loves signs and synchronicities and absolutely loves numbers, instead of asking, what does this mean? Ask, what is this reminding me to choose? And last, we believe Spirit will save us from taking action. This is one that might sting because most people never admit it out loud, but we hope that if Spirit really wants something for us, it'll just happen. But Spirit meets you at the level of your participation. So how to take your power back? Affirm. The miracle is in my movement. Your steps create the path. Spirit walks with you, not instead of you. These tools are a gift, but the ultimate gift is learning to hear and trust your own intuition above all else. And it's funny, when I look back at the dream of being a stay-at-home mom, I can perfectly see how it lines up with my astrology chart. My South Node absolutely screams, stay home, nurture, comfort, safety. That version of me would have been so content in that cocoon. But my North Node in Aries in the 8th house, that's a completely different story. That's the energy that nudges me, something gently, sometimes forcefully, out of my Cancer Sun's anaretic degree comfort zone. It pushes me towards growth, transformation, reinvention, and a level of empowerment I would never have reached if I had quit my job to raise my kids full time. So no, I did not become the stay-at-home mom I thought I was destined to be, but I did get something incredibly aligned. The gift of dropping my hours, and I only work 3 days a week at the hospital. And I'm left with Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with my kids. And honestly, that's probably closer to what that medium sensed. She felt the shift, the freedom, the change in my day-to-day life, and interpreted it through her own lens as you won't get to go back to work. And that's the whole point of today's episode. Intuition, tools, readings, they're our filters. They're translations, they're potentials. but you are the one who ultimately knows what's right for you. You are the one who interprets the meaning. You are the one that makes the decisions that shape your actual life. And when you stay connected to your own truth, your own chart, your intuition, your own energy, the clarity becomes undeniable. And if you're listening to this thinking, I want this, I want to trust myself like that, I want to understand my intuition, my chart, my gifts, my energy without giving my power away ever again, then this is your invitation. Self-paced beta round of the embodiment, energy, and intuition certification is open. This isn't another program that teaches you to depend on a reader, a deck, a tool, or even on me. It's the opposite. Inside the certification, you learn how to build through energy work, subconscious healing, somatic awareness, your astrology, your design, your emotional patterns, and the way spirit uniquely speaks to you. You become someone who doesn't need predictions because you can feel what's right. Someone who doesn't get thrown off by transits because you understand how they work with you. Someone who can hold space for others without losing themselves. And someone who can confidently step into the role of true embodied healer for yourself first, and then for the people you're meant to serve. This beta round is it's intimate, it's deeply supported, and it is deeply discounted in exchange for honest testimonials. And I am only taking a handful of students. So if your intuition is nudging you, if you've been craving clarity, direction, alignment, or a deeper connection with your gifts, if you're ready to finally trust yourself again, this is your moment. You can join the Embodiment Energy Intuition Certification. The link is in the show notes, and I would love to welcome you in. If this episode supported you, I would love for you to rate, review, or share it, and make sure you're following because the next few guests are truly something special. See you next week, guys.